Watson said he texted Dalen and said, be sure to wear your deodorant.
Colonels have a nice crowd across the way from Indianola, a nice spirit line out on the field as well. And we are getting set for the opening prayer and national anthem. I believe they're going to wait on the Colonels to take the field. But again, Colonels on the road, first game of a 3-game road stretch to finish the regular season, 7-0 at Winona Christian. The Stars coming in at 3-4. You mentioned their head coach, Junior Graham, a storied history coaching high school football in the state of Mississippi, trying to build this Stars program back up, get them to where he wants them, and doing a nice job as the Colonels have taken the field. We will step aside and take a 2-minute break as we get set for the prayer and national anthem, and we'll be back with the Delta South Motors pregame show. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
This is Selden Van Cleve of Van Cleve Insurance. We at Van Cleve Insurance feel that your insurance is no different. We are a trusted choice independent agent and offer all lines of insurance, which enables you to have all of your coverage in one place. Let us take a look at your insurance and work up a successful game plan for you. That's Van Cleve Insurance, located on Highway 49, Indianola since 1932.
What is the swing bed unit at South Sunflower County Hospital? That's easy. It's the best place to get better. When you need skilled nursing or rehab after a hospital stay, choose South Sunflower County Hospital close to home. On-site therapy, state-of-the-art technology, and easy access to physicians makes South Sunflower County Hospital a great place to get better. During hospitalization and after, South Sunflower County Hospital in Indianola believes that better medicine begins with big hearts. Remember the big hearts and the swing bed unit that's close to home. South Sunflower County Hospital.
Uh-oh, Olivia. I scratched the hardwood floor with my truck. Oh, no, Cooper. What are we going to do? Call my pal Stuart Robertson Floor Service.
That's right, Cooper and Olivia. Your pap at Robertson Floor Service has been serving the Delta's flooring needs since 1992. Call us for an appointment today at 662-887-4477. Tell them, Olivia.
Come get pap score. We can. We do. Your hardwood floor. And get a free coat.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
Proud supporters of Colonel Football, the Tackett family, owners of Heartland Catfish Company, farm 7,200 surface water acres of catfish and 15,000 acres of grain land. That makes us the largest single grower of farm-raised catfish in the U.S. Heartland is committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality farm-raised catfish products. Be sure and eat catfish raised in the Mississippi Delta by looking for the Heartland seal, smooth, clean fillet cuts that meet the highest standards, just like Indianola Academy and Colonel Football. Heartland Catfish, a proud sponsor of Colonel Football.
Steve's Cleaners, your one-stop dry cleaners. We offer a variety of services from cleaning comforters to prom and wedding dresses. We are proud to have served Indianola for more than 43 years and have now added a location in Cleveland to better serve the Delta. Our friendly and professional staff are ready to serve your needs. We at Steve's Cleaners always cheer for the blue and white of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Go Big Blue! Steve's Cleaners with locations in Indianola and Cleveland.
Welcome back as we wrap up the Delta South Motors pregame show. Delta South Motors located at 400 Highway 82, Indianola. Go by and see Tommy Cook for some of the Delta's best selection of late model, low mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs. Give them a call, 662-887-7757, or visit them online at deltasouthmotors.com. We are set for kickoff here from Winona. The Stars won the toss, deferred their option. They will be kicking right to left to open things up as Blake Marlowe has it teed up. The Colonels send back Sebastian Harris and Thomas Putnam to return the kick. Marlowe approaches the tee, left-footed kicker. It's a high end-over-end kick. Josh Hill will call for a fair catch and will haul it in at the Colonel 28, and that's where Big Blue will start first and 10.
Well, not starting the game off too well, Watson. You know, some of these players here, especially when you get to traveling on the road here, it's hard to remain focused. I definitely hope that Big Blue comes out tonight and does stay focused and executes here, or it could be a long night in Winona, Mississippi.
Colonels work left to right. Ball will be on the far hash. Just underway here from Winona Christian. Will Davis and company take to the field. Davis will open in the shotgun, has two receivers left, one to the right. Sebastian Harris lined up at the wing back to the right side, or actually that's Lester. Davis going for the deep ball early down the right side, looking for Bolden, goes up, makes the catch at the star 40, gets by man at the 30, and he's going to take it. T.K. Bolden, 72 yards to the end zone, and the Colonels, just like that, on the board here in Winona. They take a 6-0 lead with 11:46 to go in the first quarter.
Well, just a deep fade route run there by T.K. Bolden, number 2, the receiver to the right side, on the home side as well there. Man, a nice route. Davis kind of underthrew him a little bit. T.K. Bolden alertly turned around, found the ball in the air, and just out-jumped the intended defender there. Great job of catching and pitching there by Davis to T.K. Bolden. And after that, Bolden eluded several would-be tacklers for the Stars and got to that end zone. Beautiful play to start off the first series on offense for the Colonels.
Colonels may have to burn a timeout. They don't have the right personnel on the field for the extra point. William Barrier is on to attempt. He's 33 of 35 on the year. And those two misses weren't actually misses. They were both blocked. So he's been pretty spot on in the extra point department for the Colonels. He is 1 for 2 field goals on the year. Made a 37-yarder week before last and missed a 55-yard attempt last week against Washington School. So the senior Barrier been getting it done kicking-wise for the Colonels. He's on for the extra point here.
And I'm going to have to blame that missed one field goal attempt last week on the clock running.
The extra point is up and good. Colonels on top 7-0 with 11:46 to play in the first quarter. Don't forget, you can text 601-941-3922. Somebody's already beat me to it, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Try to win a $20 gift card from our friends at Sookies. Well, anytime you go on the road, you like to get on top early. Can't do it much better than the first play of the game.
You're exactly right. No, that was one of my friends texting, not even 7 o'clock yet, and we already have to leave. So that is a good way there. Hey, that's a good remedy there for going on the road here, just going and executing and making the plays making something count there. You got to come out here and play. They play 11 players. We got 11 players. We just got to get out there and keep executing. This wing T offense is going to be different to go against tonight. The Colonels are going to face a totally different challenge than they ever have. So it could be interesting on the defensive side of the ball.
Barrier will kick it away from the 40. The Stars send back Corley Goff deep to return. Blake Marlowe and Colby Marlowe back as well. 11:46 to go in the first quarter. Colonels on top 7-0. Will Davis to T.K. Bolden, 72-yard strike on the first play of the game. As Barrier approaches the tee, it's going to be taken by Goff at the 5. Sets up a return straight ahead. Gets by man at the 20, up to the 25, across maybe to the 26 before he's taken off his feet. Thomas Putnam getting downfield to make the tackle. Also Randy Kimball in there as well.
I thought the Colonels did a good job of running down the field, running their lanes there as well, and just executing and get to the ball, crashing at the last second there, and that's what you want to see out of your special teams. Like to see that third phase of your team rotating there and doing a very good job of executing. You're good.
1st and 10 Stars. Their own 26 is where they mark it. Ball will be on the right hash. Quarterback for Winona Christian, Shaw Ferguson, a senior, and as Brady mentioned, they'll run the wing T. And the Stars going to have to burn a timeout here before their first offensive set. So a timeout with 11:40 to go in the first quarter. Colonels on top 7-0. We will take a break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Ready for the woods at Outlaw Sportings in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
We all know that Indianola Electric works on electric motors, but did you know Indianola Electric works on irrigation well motors? Call Chris today to talk about any type of electrical work on your irrigation system. When you need work on your in-gun pivot motor, electrical motors, and generators, there's one place to call, Indianola Electric at 887-3292. Our fully trained professionals are ready to serve you, so call today. With over 34 years serving this area, we want you to be our next satisfied customer. Call Indianola Electric today, 887-3292, Highway 49 North in Indianola.
Welcome back. Stars complete a pass on 1st and 10. Ferguson connects with Choice Diffie near the 29-yard line, a 3-yard gain for the Stars. 2nd and 7 coming up for Winona Christian. 11:30 to go in the first quarter. Colonel's already on top, 7-0.
Well, what the coaches for Winona have watched game film, and they see that Indianola Academy likes to pin those ears back and apply a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So they put him in shotgun formation there to give him about a 3 to 5 step drop. And a good job there by Winona getting a few yardage there, making them second down manageable play.
Ferguson will work out of the gun on 2nd and 7. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Ferguson looking to pass, fires over the middle, caught by Diffie once again and brought down immediately by Stephon Smith at the 33. It'll be a 4-yard gain. Stars moving it in small but manageable chunks here early.
You're exactly right. And I got to say, Indianola's Johnny on the spot there with great coverage right in the hip pocket both time of Diffie, the receiver, and able to bring him down immediately as Eli Lipsey did the first time and then Stephon Smith that time. But the Colonel's just not able to break up those passes there, not able to get a lot of pressure on the quarterback so far.
3rd and 3 Stars, 4 wide for Ferguson, who stays in the gun. He will hand off straight ahead. And spun down at the 35 is Blake Marlowe. He'll be a yard shy of the first down marker. But Stephon Smith in there again.
Yes. Yeah. 52, Schieffer Phillips did a good job of containing the outside there on his defensive end position, making the running back for Winona go to the inside there where he has all his extra help and presence there. The Colonel's defense was there and able to bring down wrestle down the running back for Winona Christian before he was able to move those chains.
Stars thought about it momentarily. Now send the punting unit on the field. Latham Hill will go back and stand at the Star 21 to punt it away. Colonels with William Barrier back to return. The low wobbly kick will hit at the Colonel 45 and take a Winona roll inside the 40, inside the 35 to the 31, and that's where the Colonels will start their second drive of the night as they lead Winona Christian 7-0, 9:30 to play in the first quarter.
Josh Hill trying to give a rush there, almost jumped off sides. He was timing that thing just perfectly. Thought he was going to have a good chance to get in there and make that block. Nothing doing there as Winona's up back blocked him out of that last second and allowed the punter to get it off cleanly. Probably not the prettiest punt we've seen, but it was effective.
1st and 10 Colonels from their own 31. Ball is on the left hash. Davis will go under center. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Harris now comes in motion to the backfield. They'll pit to Harris, stretches right side to the 35-40, makes the cut at the 45, in Star territory, brought down from behind, breaks free to the 40, 35, 30. Harris might take it. My goodness, what a run. Harris is going to go 69 yards, broke 4 tackles along the way, and the Colonels on top 13-0 with 9:15 to play in the first quarter. Wow,
that was a tough run there. And what Winona figured out there that time, you cannot bring Sebastian Harris down by just some arm tackles there. He has got to be put a body on him, a helmet on him, several bodies and several helmets there, as he eluded 4 would-be Winona Christian tacklers. Just kept those feet turning there. A very nice hard run out of Harris, the senior.
So Barrier on for the extra point. Kick is up and good. 14-0 Colonels with 9:15 to play in the first quarter. 2 plays, 2 scores, 141 yards of offense here, and we've played not even 3 minutes. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. While we do have a second, I got Donnie Allen was the winner of the Sookies gift card there. Congratulations to Donnie. Glad you were out there listening in Colonel Nation out there tonight.
So again, Davis to Bolden from 72 yards, first play of the game after a Star punt. Colonels take over at their own 31, and Harris rips off a 69-yard run. Barrier 2 for 2 in the extra point department, and the Colonels rolling here on the road, 14-0 with 9:15 to play in the first quarter.
Watson, that was just tough. Offensive line did a great job. That was a toss sweep there The Colonels were out there, and they got it out in open space there. Winona looked like they were ready for it, and, had 4 would-be tacklers there. Again, Sebastian Harris just is not going down with arm tackles. You've got to put a body on him. Tough running there by that senior running back.
So barrier set to kick away once again as the Stars will send Goss, Marlowe, and Marlowe back to return. And it'll be Goss this time from the 5. Runs straight ahead, 15-20, puts his head down to the 25-30, and taken down by Harris. Well, you break off a 69-yard run, why not come out and get downfield and make the tackle on special teams also?
You're exactly right, and I tell you, he was running hard there. Winona has a big team. They've got some good size on these young men over here for Winona. They just can't seem to get it together on the defensive side of the ball right now and put some plays together. They look good in that first series on offense. Got, 9 yards in 3 plays there. Just could not move those chains once and get that momentum going on their side. They like to throw the ball around, and they were 2 for 2 on completion so far.
1st and 10 Stars. They put it at the Winona 31. Ferguson under center. He'll turn, hand off to Goss. Looks for running room left side. Not much there. He's going to lose one back to the 30. And that was Eli Lipsy coming in there to make the stop.
Yeah, just trying to overload there, that side there. Got in behind his running backs. Josh Hill did a good job coming from that linebacker position, making him try to cut back in the inside there where he had the help. Also the jackhammer, Jack Dodd, in there as well, bringing him down there, some cleanup duty, and Eli Lipsy in there on the tackle for the Colonel.
2nd and 11 for the Stars from their own 30. Ball is on the near hash. Ferguson under center. Give it straight ahead. And up to the 34-yard line goes Holland Ingram on the carry. Gain of 4 on the play. 3rd and 7.
John Abbott Smith and also Tyler Horner doing a good job up there in the center of the line for Indianola Academy's offense, anchoring that defensive line down there. Anytime you run between the tackles, that's what you got to do. Stay low, don't get blowed out there, and make them try to find the holes. When there's nothing there, though, you clog it up. That's effective defense.
3rd and 7 Stars from their own 34. Ferguson will work out of the gun, 2 receivers right. Tight end shifts in motion to the right side. Ferguson rolls to his right, looks to pass, and is deflected at the line of scrimmage. Stephon Smith got a big paw on it, knocks it down. That'll bring up 4th and 7, and the Stars will have to punt once again.
Well, that's frustrating there for the Winona Stars as they're playing at home, and also they're executing pretty good here, but at the same time, Indianola Academy's defense is just too much here right now, and they're showing the Winona Stars what they're made of here. This is a tough Indianola Academy. Stingy defense. Tried to shut out Washington School last week, and that's a rarity.
Now a flag is down as the Stars were set to punt, and this time I believe they are going to get Hill coming across early as the Colonels on top here on the road, 14-0, 7:42 to play in the first quarter. It will be offsides against the Colonels. We'll bring up 4th and 2 now, and we'll see what Coach Graham chooses to do.
Not sure why Josh is doing that every time here. I've never seen him really do that before. Not sure he had that good of a shot to even block the punt, maybe to try to put a little pressure on the punter. Nonetheless, Indianola was called for the offsides that time. Several fans the prior time wanted him to be called for the offsides as he just timed it pretty good there. He's a good athlete, and he's got some good hand-eye coordination, knows how to watch that.
Different punter this time around for the Stars. That is Goff back to kick, and this one shanked off the right side. It's going to hit near midfield and will take a wide on a roll. Boy, got some help with the bounce. Goes inside the Colonel 35 to the 33, and that's where the Colonels will have it 1st and 10 as they lead 14-0, 7:34 to play in the first quarter.
You're exactly right. Goff, the punter, that was about 15 to 20 yards in the air, and then got another 15-yard roll after that in the positive direction for Winona there, and pinned Indianola Academy on their 3rd series of offense back to about the 32-yard line. So got plenty of field to work with this time on the 3rd series of offense.
1st and 10 Colonels. They put it at the I-32 on the far hash. Harris comes in motion. They fake the pitch. Davis looking to pass over the middle. It's caught by Kimball. He's going to be close to the Greenville Motorsports first down. They'll mark it at the 43, and that should be enough. Give him 11 on the pitch and catch, and that'll move the chain.
beautifully executed play there. They put Sebastian Harris in motion. He played the decoy guy. They faked the tall sweep to him. Several Winona Christian blitzing backs ran over there, took the decoy, and at that same time, Davis looks up, boom, hits the outside receiver on a slant pattern there right up the middle.
1st and 10 from the 43. Davis looking to pass again. Quick pass right side, caught by Bolden at midfield and going to be brought down in Star territory. Nice tackle there by Choice Diffie in the open field. We'll put it at the Star 49, 8-yard gain.
I was about to say the same thing. Choice Diffie there, the defensive back for Winona, made an excellent open field tackle on TK Bolden. It's a rarity that he goes down by just one hit as well there. Davis did a great job there as well, throwing the ball. He threw the ball before TK had even broke for his out route that he ran there that time. He led TK. Beautifully executed pass and catch by the Colonel.
2nd and a long one. Davis works out of the gun. Lester in motion. They'll run the option left side. Davis pitches. It goes past Lester. He'll go back and pick it up at the 34. He's going to be wrapped up by a whole lot of blue and gold. And that's the play that Winona Christian needed right there. They needed something positive to happen for them before the Colonels. That was just plain ugly.
Yeah, it was. They ran the option, faked several different things there. Put Lester, he was the wing back on the right side, put him in motion there as the pitch man, faked the dive and pulled it at the last second. Pitched over Lester's head. It was running to the left side. That is a tough pitch to make with Davis being a right-handed quarterback there. Nonetheless, Indianola Academy pinned deep with a 3rd and long situation.
That was going to hurt Lester's rushing average there. 17-yard loss, 3rd and 19 coming up for the Colonels from their own 34. Timeout on the field for a water break. We'll step aside as well with 5:57 to play in the first quarter. Colonels on top 14-0. We're back in a minute with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
More than 70 years, Guarantee Bank and Trust Company has embraced the time-tested principles of independent banking. We work to develop relationships with our customers, a relationship that provides the peace of mind knowing that your bank is with you every step of the way. Come discover it for yourself at Guarantee Bank in Batesville, Belzona, Cleveland, Greenville, Hernando, Hollandale, Indianola, Senatobia, South Haven, Vicksburg, and now open in Grenada. Personal service, professional solutions. Member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
From Indianola, Greenwood, Belzona, Greenville, and places near and far, people just like you are coming to Hometown Restaurant for the best steaks in the Delta, period. Juicy on the inside, just right on the outside. Mark Gary says, come on in and we'll cook your steak just the way you want it. Also try our Mississippi Delta catfish, grilled, fried, or blackened, or our succulent shrimp, the freshest in the Delta. And remember, there's always something just right on the kids' menu. Mark Gary and the great staff at Hometown are proud Colonel supporters. Visit Hometown Restaurant soon in downtown Inverness.
Welcome back, 3rd and 19 for the Colonels from their own 34. Bolden goes in motion left side. They hand off to Harris straight ahead. Make the cut at the 43, up across the 45 to the 47 before he's taken down. 13-yard gain for Harris will bring up 4th and about 6 for the Colonels.
Looks like the Colonels are going to elect to punt there that time. You know, normally you're like, wow, that was a great run there by Harris. That should be good enough. But when you lose 12, 15 yards on the prior play, that really hurts you there. And Indianola Academy, fourth down, 4 and out situation here on their 3rd series on offense.
Josh Hill on the punt, 13 attempts on the year, averaging 30.5 yards per kick. Fair catch called for and brought in at the Winona 25. 28-yard punt for Hill, no return. 1st and 10 Stars at their own 25 with 5:15 to play in the first quarter. Colonels top 14-0.
I got to say that was an athletic play there by number 10, C.J. Baker. The up back there for Winona Academy did a great job of catching that end-over-end punt. Josh had it punted perfectly so that if that thing bounced, it was going to take a Colonel roll there, and that's what we were trying to do to pin Winona deep back in their own territory. Nonetheless, Indianola Academy has left Winona with 75 yards to work with here to get to pay dirt. So Indianola's next series on defense here, we're going to challenge them out here good.
The negative play on that last drive, an option that went haywire. Colonels lost 17 and were forced to punt. Now 1st and 10 for the Stars. They hand it off left side and brought down in the backfield back at the 23, a 2-yard loss. That was Goss on the carry. Josh Hill and Lester in there as well.
Yeah, a little like Wesley from the backside defensive end chased him down. Josh Hill slowed him up enough there. and drug the play out long enough. He brought him down, and Lester was able to piggyback on the backside to ensure that we brought him down there. Nice open field gang tackling there by the Colonels.
2-yard loss back to the 23, 2nd and 12 for the Stars. Ferguson will work out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Colonel showing blitz. Here comes Smith. Pass gets away from Ferguson. It's caught by Diffie at the 30. Makes a couple of Colonels miss, and the Stars have the first down up to the 39-yard line. 16-yard gain for the Stars. Diffie made a nice grab in traffic there.
He really did. There were 3 Colonel defenders around him there that time, and he eluded all 3 would-be tacklers there and was able to get to the middle of the field, and that's what happens whenever you have all that momentum going one way and he's coming another way. It's just hard to adjust, and anyway, at the same time, Eli Lipsy came back from his backside defensive back position and made a nice open field tackle for the Colonels.
1st and 10, Stars from their own 39. Ferguson takes the snap out of the gun, fakes the handoff. He's in trouble in the backfield and going to be wrapped up, finally taken down by Lipsy around the ankle. Stephon Smith comes in to clean house, but Schieffer Phillips and Wesley Lester were the first to get there. They'll mark it back to the 36, a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 for the Stars.
Well, I was watching the formation there, Watson. I don't know how much you got to see there, but at the same time, there was a lot of confusion there by the Stars, and what it was showing was they had all the momentum going to the right, but the backside guards were pulling away from that, so suddenly the quarterback got in behind those backside guys, and Indianola Academy fought those to the play.
Colonels on top 14-0, 3:30 to play first quarter. Stars throw it right side. It's caught by Diffie again. He's been the go-to guy in the pass game for Winona Christian. Brought down at the 40. William Barrier coming up to make the tackle.
Yeah, Barrier doing a little Kentucky headhunting there. Did a good job of coverage there. Tried to take Diffie's head off there and bring in a good lick there. Diffie wisely fell to the ground at the last second as Barrier had a head full of steam on that coverage play there that time.
3rd and 9, Stars. They put it at the Winona 40. Ferguson will work out of the gun 4 wide with Blake Marlowe in the backfield. Ferguson rolls left, sets up, throws, and officials blow this one dead. There is a flag down. And this one, I believe, going to go against the Stars.
Yeah, it looked like number 13, the receiver down here right in front of the official, got off the line of scrimmage just a hair too early there. That's a pretty tough break for Winona as they were finally getting some momentum going in their favor there, and this is going to go against them, bring up a 3rd and long situation. It's really hard to overcome that.
It'll be 3rd and 14 from the Winona 35. If you're just joining us, the Colonels scored on their first 2 offensive plays of the game. Will Davis to T.K. Bolden, a 72-yard strike, and Sebastian Harris, a 69-yard run. 14-0, Colonels on top with 2:35 to play in the first quarter. Stars facing 3rd and 14 from their own 35. They'll hand it off straight ahead and stacked up, driven backwards, nowhere to go. John Abbott Smith, the first to get there, as Holland Ingram was the ball carrier. They'll mark it back at the 34, a loss of 1. 4th and 15 coming up.
Well, IA's front anchored line there, the defensive line, just did an excellent job of executing there and holding their ground and not letting anybody go anywhere. John Abbott Smith doing a great job up front, shoring that line up, kind of clogging it up there where they had nowhere to run.
Goss back to punt, stands at his own 18. Much better punt this time. High spiral kick. Barrier going to let it hit at the 35. It will take a short star roll to the 32. And that's where the Colonels will start 1st and 10 on top, on the road, 14-0 with 1:39 to play in the opening quarter.
Watson, I don't know if you've looked over Winona's roster there. They've got a bunch of players there with a lot of potential. They've only got 5 seniors this year. They've got a big, bright future over here in Winona, Mississippi, Winona Christian. Some good young men there, and all those names that you were calling are 9th, 10th, 11th graders. So got a pretty promising future over here for Winona Christian.
34-yard punt, no return. 1st and 10, Colonels. At their own 33 is where they put it. Davis will work out of the gun with Harris in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. Contact in the backfield. Harris slips away, puts his head down, charges forward. He's going to be close to the first down marker, brought down near the 44. That should be enough for the first down. If they go by the spot, the official on the near side,
Yeah, that's plenty.
He's got it by a full yard. Yeah, give him 11 to the 44, a Greenville Motorsports first down.
A nice run there by Harris. You said it, Watson. He was brought down 3 or 4 yards in the backfield there. Next thing you know, he keeps those feet churning, eludes that would-be tackler for the Stars, and just, again, arm tackles are not going to bring him down. You're going to have to put a big body on Sebastian Harris. Once he looked up, his offensive line had plowed away for him there, and plenty of opening rooms, and Harris took off to the races.
They put it back at the 43, so get him 10 on the carry, still a first down. Davis from the gun, throws left side, caught by Bolden at the 40. Gets up to midfield, in star territory, has the first down and more, going to be taken out of bounds inside the 40 at the 30, we're going to put it the 35, 22-yard pitch and catch, another Greenville Motorsports first down.
Well, TK running what you would call a wide receiver screen, except for the screen, the blocking people, normally are linemen. This time it was the other receivers out there, and also Harris out of the backfield in motion there. He picked up a blocks as well, and great job to vault TK Bolden into that secondary there, up the sidelines over there tiptoeing. Great athletic play to get that first down for the Colonels.
First and 10 from the Star 35, under 20 seconds to play in the first quarter. Quick drop for Davis, throws left side, caught by Kimball, and he's going to be taken down shy of the first down marker. They'll put it at the 27, 8-yard gain on the play, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. Colonels on top on the road in Winona, 14-0 after one quarter of play. We will take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola, or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
Van Cleve Insurance is the trusted choice independent agency that has been serving Indianola and Sunflower County for over 80 years. To stay around that long, we've had to care about a lot of people. If you're not already insured with us, we'd like for you to be a part of our winning team. Stop by or call so we can review your current home, auto, or commercial insurance plan. Chances are we can save you money, give you broader coverage, or better service. That's Van Cleve Insurance, located Highway 49 in Indianola since 1932.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the second quarter here from Winona. Watson coach Brady Smith and Dalen Bills with you. Colonels on top 14-0 over the Winona Christian. Colonels scored on their first 2 offensive plays of the night, and now looking at 2nd and 3 from the Star 28 as we open the second quarter. Colonels will work right to left here in the second period. Handoff goes to Wesley Lester straight ahead. He's hit and brought down at the 28. No gain on the play. They may give him 1. We'll see. They'll say no gain on the play. 3rd and 3 coming up.
Yeah, Lester just had nowhere to run once he got that ball. Had about 3 or 4 yards to go, and then suddenly met with authority by several Winona Christian defensive linemen there, and they clogged it up real quick. Faked the speed play around the corner to Sebastian Harris there. I believe that's who was in motion there, and I was hoping that Winona would key on him. They did not that time, and tough break for the Colonels' offense.
3rd and 3. Davis works out of the gun. 2 receivers to the right. Davis going to throw right side. Wide open TK Bolden. He's got the first down and more. 20-15-10 and brought down out of bounds at the 7. 21-yard gain. Greenville Motorsports first down. Colonels will be set up 1st and goal.
Well, Indianola Academy, Davis to Bolden, a great pitch and catch effort there for the Colonels' offense. It's been working all night, and Mom always said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Watson. So the coach Nestor and company go to the back to the bread and butter play there on the pass and yardage there. I like that to see that Davis is throwing that ball before Bolden even gets in his break there. Bolden runs right into the ball.
1st and goal from the 7. 3-step drop for Davis. Throws left side, incomplete. Was trying to hit Kimball. Great coverage in the end zone. That was 36, Austin Huggins. Prevented Kimball from bringing that one in. 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, he threw into double coverage there that time as they were covering Kimball very well here. I think Winona is hoping that Indianola Academy is going to pass here right now, and instead of try to run the ball, but Indianola Academy, I think they need to go back to their bread and butter here, which is truly the ground game.
Second and goal from the 7. Davis will hand off to Harris out of the backfield, makes a couple of cuts, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Colonels. The second touchdown run of the night for Harris. This one from 7 yards out. His 21st score of the season, and the Colonels extend the lead 20-0 with 10:45 to play in the second quarter.
Winona brought several blitzing linebackers at that time. Indianola Academy linemen and running backs with their head up on a swivel. They're picking up those blitzing backs, doing an excellent job there of opening the holes for Sebastian Harris, paving the way to him in that end zone.
Barrier is on for the extra point. The kick is up and good. 21-0. Big Blue in control here in Winona. 10:45 to play in the second quarter. We will step aside, take a break, and be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
The year was 1953. The average wage was $4,000 a year. Gas was 20 cents a gallon, and Dwight D. Eisenhower became president. In that same year, in the land of cotton, the Mississippi Delta, Abrahams was born. Michael and Helen Abraham carry on the proud tradition of offering the finest collection of men and women's clothing for Indianola and all of the Delta. Jeans from Big Star and Silver, mountain khaki shorts and pants, and Polo and Cotton Brothers for men. For the ladies, shoes by OTBT, Barefoot Dream sweaters and Carly dresses and tunics. And don't forget Patagonia and True Grit in ladies and men. Proud Colonel Boosters, Abrahams, downtown Indianola.
Some call it low smoke ahead. Some can't even pronounce it, but everyone agrees that low smoke ahead has delicious, authentic Mexican food that makes your mouth water. Satisfied customers from all over the Mississippi Delta dine with Juan and his staff every chance they get, and you will too. Low smoke ahead also has a party room that you can reserve for birthday parties, anniversaries, and just a good time. You won't feel crowded, and the atmosphere is that perfect setting for authentic Mexican food. That's Low Smoke Ahead's Mexican Restaurant, Highway 82 in Indianola.
Welcome back. A low line drive kick from Barrier. Going to be taken by Marlowe around the 10-yard line. Looks for return room up the middle, and he's brought down by Randy Kimball at the 26-yard line. That's where the Stars will have it. 1st and 10. That last scoring drive for the Colonels, 7 plays, 67 yards, capped off by Harris's second touchdown run of the night. This one from 7 yards out.
Randy Kimball doing a good job for the Colonels there on the special teams, running downfield, making a nice open field tackle there, right up in the middle of the wedge there where Winona was trying to run that ball back. And Randy did an excellent job of breaking through there and making a nice tackle.
1st and 10 Stars from their own 25. Quarterback Shaw Ferguson will work out of the gun. Has Blake Marlowe in the backfield, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Looking to pass, throws left side. It's caught by Diffie. Has the first down, 35, upended by Eli Lipsy at the 39-yard line. 14-yard gain. Well, I like what I see out of Choice Diffie, only a sophomore for Winona Christian.
Yep, he sure is there. I like the name of the quarterback there, Shaw Ferguson. I wonder, DeBrickashaw Ferguson. That's just always a crazy name that you come up with in college sports there, athletics, and pretty cool name, kind of reminiscent of that.
DeBrickashaw still around in the NFL?
I don't know. I hadn't heard his name in a couple of years.
It's been a while. 1st and 10 Stars from their own 39. Ferguson takes the snap. He'll hand off to Marlowe, and he is brought down. I'm going to see who that is across the way. That is Jack Dodd coming up to make the tackle.
Yeah, it was a big pile there. Indianola Academy getting to the ball. That's what you like to see, making our jobs tough up here in the booth and trying to see who made that tackle there. Good job by Colonel's defense. And you got to give it up for Winona Christian, still down 21-0 here early in the second quarter, and still out there hitting and getting after it, getting downfield and making some blocks. They're not laying down here, especially at home. They're going to make a game out of this.
2nd and 10 from their own 39. 9:35 to play before the half. Colonel's on top 21-0. Ferguson fires. Caught by Diffie again at the 45. He's got another Star first down. Gets in Colonel territory to the 49. 12-yard gain. Colonel's kind of looked lost in coverage that time.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, Diffie catches that ball, and he's on the run there, and he just keeps those feet churning and makes some nice cuts there. And Indianola Academy chooses poorly on which way he's cutting, not able to cover him. We're going to have to get some better coverage on him, or he's going to have himself a career night.
1st and 10 from the Colonel 49. Ferguson from the gun with 4 wide. Marlowe again in the backfield. Ferguson looking to pass. Colonel's come with the rush, throws over the middle. It's tipped, and incomplete. Alex Tannehill, the junior in the game, got a hand on it. Stephon Smith made a diving effort. They were the only two players in the vicinity. Not sure where Ferguson was trying to go there.
Well, it was a middle screen there. I don't know if you saw it that time. The play developed, though, and Winona's offensive lineman really let the defense of Indianola Academy work upfield, try to chase the quarterback. He was trying to drag him on back there and got him a little bit further in the background and backfield, and I think he overshot his intended receiver. He probably had one hiding amongst all those offensive linemen there. You're exactly right, though, where the ball ended up landing. Alex Tannehill or Stephon Smith were the only two around, and they were wearing white jerseys and not trying to throw to those guys.
Timeout Stars, their second timeout of the first half. 9:05 to play in the second quarter. We'll keep it here with the Colonels on top 21-0. We'll remind you coming up at the half, the Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show, we'll have the double quick trivia question for you. We'll have an opportunity to win a $10 gift card from our friends at Double Quick. We'll have first half stats for you. We'll look ahead to next week and also try to get you some scores from around District 1 AAA. So make sure you stay with us for that.
I tell you, folks, you are in for a treat. You better pull out your Google and whatever else you can search on this halftime trivia question here. This is a tough one. My man Watson said he'd look for 3 hours at night, not during Planters Bank hours, at night.
Yeah, make sure you put that in there. 2nd and 10 Stars, and officials blow this one dead. False start against Winona Christian. Had a new quarterback in there that was Latham Hill. Back him up 5 yards. We'll put it at the Star 46, 2nd and 15.
You know, Watson, something that's scary here. I don't know if we start checking in some second-string players in here. Winona here, these are their young players. This is their upcoming people. So our second string is going to try to have to tangle with these guys here. And these guys are pretty good. They're stingy up front. They're greedy. They're putting on a show right now for Winona fans over here. They're very exciting to watch. They're going to be a good team in the future.
James Roberts in at defensive end for the Colonels. They hand off to Ingram, and he is stuffed at the 47. They'll give him one. The 3, Stephon Smith, getting in there to make the tackle. They actually put it back at the line of scrimmage, so no gain. Ball was at the 46, 3rd and 15.
Stephon Smith staying low there, blitzing up there, saw the ball, was diving in the one hole there, quickly gets there and closes that hole, collapses it very quickly. Great job executing there by Indianola Academy's defensive front.
8:05 to go, second quarter. Colonels on top 21-0. Stars facing 3rd and 15 from their own 46. There was movement from the Stars. I believe their receiver on the far end got an early start. So back them up another 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 20 from the 41.
I was scared they almost called that on Stephon Smith, as he had a timing route on from that linebacker position there, and he was on a beeline for the quarterback and the running back for Winona. And nonetheless, Winona did shoot themselves in the foot yet again and pushed himself back further and further from moving those chains.
Not sure if there was some injury to Ferguson or not. Not sure why they would make the quarterback change. Ferguson and Joyce Dickey had a pretty good connection going on here. 3rd and 20 Stars. They hand off, stuffed and brought down in the backfield. Wesley Lester getting in there for the Colonels. They'll mark it back at the 40, a loss of 1. I want to talk about getting penetration.
You're exactly right there. If Wesley keeps playing this way, we're going to have to come up with a nickname for him. We got the Jackhammer, Jack Dodd out there. We got the Kentucky Hen Hutter out there, William Berry. The only nickname I have for Wesley is Egg Beater. I don't know. And, he's got to come up with something better than that.
Stars will punt on 4th and 20. Goss back, high snap, pulls it down. Hill coming for the block, may have gotten a piece of it. This ball will go out of bounds at the Winona Christian 46-yard line. Is that where they mark it? That will be a 6-yard punt, and the Colonels will take over 1st and 10 at the Star 46.
Did you see IA's rally man, Mr. Bill Alford, over there showing off those arm skills across the way? What I was laughing at, folks, at the beginning of the game, Indianola Academy runs out after Winona set on their sidelines. It was quiet over here. They were playing a little Thunderstruck at first, and whenever IA ran out, Bill jammed out and played his music up. Winona quickly turned theirs back over the PA and made it loud so their fans couldn't hear that music from afar.
Colonels on top 21-0. First and 10 from the Star 46. Davis looking to pass. Right side caught by Bolden. Makes a cut at the 42. He's got the first down and more. Inside the 35-30. Down to the 26-yard line goes T.K. Bolden. 20-yard gain, and the Colonels move the chains.
Nice executed wide receiver screen out there, as I mentioned earlier, where you do a screen with your receivers blocking for you. This time the Colonels' offense called up a play where the tackle from the right side, I saw Schieffer Phillips running out there into the flats, blocking up front there for T.K. Bolden. That's such a tough block to make out there as well. Schieffer giving all his heart, putting soul and energy into it, getting out there in the flats, making a nice block.
Davis under center on first and 10 from the 26. Handoff goes to Lester, and he's got running room. Cuts to the left at the 15, and he will walk in with ease. 26-yard touchdown run for Wesley Lester, his 8th of the season. And the Colonels on top 27-0 with 5:30 to go in the second quarter.
Kind of a quick crossbuck play, as you would call it, where you have all the momentum going towards the right. Davis fakes the toss pitch to Sebastian Harris, and then, boom, hits Lester going on the counter on the backside, right up the three-hole there. Lester bounces to the outside, had some good blocking up front, able to get him into that end zone there for the touchdown.
Barrier on for the extra point. It is up and good, 28-0. Big Blue extends the lead here on the road in Winona. Just over 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. We'll keep it here. 2 plays, 46 yards on that drive for the Colonels. Took over after only a 6-yard punt out of Winona Christian, and the Colonels able to take advantage.
Well, you know, whenever your special teams kicks in and you have short field position, it makes it a little bit easier to get into that end zone there. And Will Davis and company really remain focused out here tonight. They are executing with crispness. I mean, they look very good out there on that field. Sometimes you'll have a letdown game whenever you go on the road like this, especially play a lower division team, maybe a weaker team, a down team. As I mentioned earlier, they have 5 seniors this year, so not much leadership on this team. But Indianola Academy is remaining focused out here and getting after it on offense, defense, and special teams. The Colonels are looking very good right now.
So Barrier will kick it away. Stars will send back Corley Goss deep to return. You start thinking about college football tomorrow. Ole Miss fans can only hope for anything better. It can't get any worse.
Well, you're right there. Let's just not even talk about last weekend, Watson. I'm telling you. Actually, that's kind of a hint maybe at what the double quick trivia question is coming up.
Yeah, Mississippi State, nothing to worry about tomorrow.
That's right.
As Barrier kicks it away, it'll be taken by Marlowe. Actually goes through his hands and into the end zone for a touchback. Stars will win this drive at their own 20. 5:19 to play in the second quarter. Big Blue in control, 28-0.
Well, Barrier did a great job there that time, getting that foot in there, and it just went over Marlowe's head there, and he wasn't able to bring that thing in. Touchback there for the Colonels special teams. That's going to give Winona starting at the 20-yard line this series on offense. And you're exactly right, Watson. Mississippi State this week is gladly going to take a week off from SEC play or play altogether, as they've had a past couple of 2 weeks.
Quarterback continues to be Hill for the Stars. A work out of the gun, throws left side. He was hit as he let it go. A flag is down. They're going to get pass interference on the Colonels. They were looking to hit Choice Diffie. He's been their go-to man all night, and there was some contact before the ball arrived. This will go against the Colonels.
Well, I couldn't see who was making the blitz in there on the quarterback, applying a lot of pressure on him, so he had to let that thing fly. But what it did, it messed up the timing route of the receiver and the would-be tacklers, the defensive backs for Indianola Academy there. And some of them got in the way, I guess, a little bit there, so they're calling that a pass interference.
This will move the Stars up to the 35, 1st and 10. They look put some points on the board. They've been able to move the ball at times against the Colonels, just haven't been able to finish a drive. And again, we're unsure why the quarterback changed. Shaw Ferguson is out of the game, and now we've got a false start against the Stars. Another receiver getting going early.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Number 12, he was kind of in a wing-back slot position, you'd call it, over here on the right side, the home field side, and right in front of the official, and just was not able to stay in his position there. I think the ball was going to come to him. Looked like they were trying to throw maybe a little bubble screen out in the outs there to him, try to get the ball in his hands. That's a ninth grader there. Wow, I'm telling you. I keep mentioning it. I mean, Winona has a lot of future talent.
First and 15 Stars from their own 30 after the false start. They were not set there. This will be another procedure call against the Stars as they try to hit Diffie out in the flat. Well, they had three receivers still trying to get set as that ball was snapped.
Yeah, saw out there 25 Woods Toller, also number 4 Randy Kimball, Jackhammer, Jack Dodd, 64 the senior linebacker, though, applying the final pressure out there for the Colonels defense, bringing them down.
The official says the Colonels are going to decline the penalty.
Yeah. You know, Watson, I've always liked this facility. It's definitely different over here. It's an old, it's in the carved out of the foothills over here. It's real neat. You just don't see that a lot in the Delta. There's a hay field over there across the way. They got several bleachers up on the hill over there on the opposite side of the field there on the visitor side. And then they got the big bleachers in the center. They're a very unique setting here. And as I mentioned before, the lights are on the inside of the track. So from the track back into the bleachers, it's rather dark. It's hard to see all your fans up here. But Indianola Academy, Big Blue, Colonel Nation did travel well on the road tonight over here to Winona.
It'll be 2nd and 17. The ball is at the Star 28. Snap back to Hill. He'll hand off to Marlowe. Looks for running room right side and not much there as Wesley Lester, Woods, Toller combined on the tackle. They'll mark it at the 35, so it gets a little more than I initially thought. 7-yard gain. The 3rd and a long 10.
Yeah, defense did a good job of adjusting there. Winona really overshot over here on that side, overloaded this side, I guess you would say here, trying to get that extra yardage there, and Indianola Academy adjusted well to make the tackle.
Hill looking to pass, 3rd and long, throws left side, caught by Dalton Wiggins, and they say he went down to a knee, or do they say he dropped it?
Went down to a knee.
Okay, so they'll mark it back at the 29, a loss of 6 on the play, 4th and 16.
Kind of that bubble pass again there, going to the wide side of the field. And I've been watching. It's kind of trending that way. I've noticed Winona likes to go to the wide side of the field an awful lot tonight, as they did there, that play. And it seems like about every play here the past 3 or 4 series I've noticed.
Stars have a player late getting onto the field. They'll punt it away. They send back Corley Goff. He'll stand at his own 15. William Barrier back to return for the Colonels. A low kick. Barrier going to take it at the 43. Returns it across midfield in Star territory, 45-40, and taken out of bounds. They will mark it at the 34. 23-yard return there for Barrier.
Yeah, very nice return there by Barrier. He doesn't return too many of them there, but whenever he does, he makes it exciting there. Great run down the side, kind of running that tightrope over there on those sidelines. Great job of getting the Colonels' offense some excellent field position to start this next series on offense.
4:39 to go in the second quarter. Colonels have it 1st and 10 from the Star 34. New quarterback in the game for the Colonels will be the sophomore Thomas Putnam. You've got Spencer Robertson in there at wideout, James Hill, and Walker Zapponi in the backfield. They run the option left side, pitch it to Zapponi, and he will get one to the 33. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Such a tough run there, running to the left side there. If you as a quarterback are not used to pitching that ball with your left hand there, being a right-handed player, you got to watch that there. And anyway, Putnam did a great job of running that ball downfield, waiting to the last second of contact before he pitched the ball to his up back there. 27 for the Colonels there. That is
Walker's opponent.
Walker's opponent did a good job of getting on that ball there.
2nd and 9 from the 33. Handoff goes straight ahead to the fullback, James Hill, and he is wrapped up, spun down quickly. Jake Tompkins breaking through for the Stars. Hill's going to lose 2 back to the 35.
Yeah, that was Zach Kitchens blocking up front there for the Colonels, and they applied a lot of pressure on Zach and company there that time. That offensive line, they see that this is a new, fresh line in here, a little inexperienced, and Winona's pinning those ears back and applying a lot of pressure. and going to make the Colonels really have to work for these yards right now.
Colonels on top 28-0, 3:20 to play in the second quarter. 3rd and 11 from the Star 35. Putnam under center. 5-step drop. Looking right side. It's picked off, and they've got a chance to return it. That is Choice Diffie with the interception. Putnam, the only man that can run him down, and he will do so near the Star 11. So a little life now for Winona Christian as Diffie picks off the Putnam pass and returns it to, they're going to say he went out of bounds at the 14. So that's where the Stars will have it 1st and 10 with 3:03 to play in the half.
Nice crisp out route ran by Daniel Sepulveda there. Got into the flats there. Putnam just let it sail out of his hands there and do it on the wrong side of him. It would have been enough for a first down, a Colonel first down. Nonetheless, the Winona defender over there did an excellent job of watching that ball in whenever he got into open space. Took off there. Got to give credit to James Hill and Thomas Putnam for chasing him down there and not giving up that touchdown.
56-yard interception return for Diffie. Stars set up 1st and 10 from the Colonel 14. Handoff goes to Goss around the right side. He's going to be wrestled down by Randy Kimball at the 11. Give him 3 on the carry. Will bring up 2nd and 7.
Also, number 11, William Berry, and 26, John Abbott Smith. Wow, like to see the nose guard out there in the outside, hustling to the ball and making some play there for the Colonels. It says pink wrapping. I think that's what's getting him out there. He's moving quick.
Stars looking to get on the board for the first time tonight. Colonels in front, 28-0, 2:28 to play in the quarter. 2nd and 7 from the Colonel 11. Hill will turn, handoff to Goss, tries to run it left side, and he's brought down with authority. Stephon Smith getting him from behind. He'll lose 2 back to the 13.
And that's why Stephon Smith was picked as that preseason top performer selection for the state of Mississippi in MAIS football this past season. Their blitz from the backside linebacker position was able to chase down the running back for Winona, who had a head full of steam and plenty of blockers in front of him. And Stephon Smith just snuck in there from the backside, slammed him to the ground with authority.
3rd and 9 for the Stars from the Colonel 13. Hill will go under center. Play action, rolls to his left. He's going to tuck it and run and wrestle down after a short pickup. Is it Dodd over there to bring him down, or Lester?
Lester brought him down from the backside, and Jack Dodd was on the front side there. They kind of sandwiched. No, that's 52. That's Schiefer Phillips over there. I couldn't tell who that was.
There is a player down around the 8-yard line, and that is the quarterback for the Stars, Latham Hill, who took over a couple of drives ago. Again, we were unsure of why the quarterback changed. Ferguson has been on his feet on the sideline, appears to have been fine. But Latham Hill has been the quarterback choice for Coach Graham and company, as they mark him down at the 8, a 5-yard gain. Bring up 4th and about 4 for the Stars. 1:28 to play in the second quarter. Colonel's on top 28-0 while they go out and tend to Hill. We will step aside and take a break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
I'm Greg Bills from Bills Body Shop in Rubel, Mississippi, and I want to fix your car. We've been in business for 40 years in the same location. We're a family-owned business and currently have 3 generations still working under the same roof. If you're ever in an accident, we can tow your vehicle, help you with your insurance claim, get you in a rental car, repair your vehicle, and deliver it back to you in usually under a week. We're located at 501 South Oak Street, Highway 49, Louisville, Mississippi. Give us a call today, 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Pecans are only the beginning of what you'll find at Indianola Pecan House. Stop in for gift items from your favorite universities, great silver and gold jewelry from designers like Ronaldo, gourmet food items, cupcakes, caramel and pound cake, pecan pies, all made fresh daily. And they also create custom gift baskets for any occasion. Come in and sample their most recent flavors of pecans, crunchy praline popcorn and crunchy praline. Serving pecans around the world for over 30 years from 1013 Highway 82 East. Indianola Pecan House, home of the original praline pecan.
Welcome back. 4th down, 4 yards to go for the Stars at the Colonel 8-yard line. 1:28 to play second quarter. Colonel's on top 28-0, trying to keep the shutout intact. We've got the 3rd quarterback of the night for the Stars. It is a freshman, Logan Graham. Where's number 9? Graham will take the snap, hand off straight ahead, hit hard, ball comes loose. and squirts back to the 15, recovered by the Stars. That'll be a turnover on down, and the Colonels will have it 1st and 10.
Well, I didn't have a good vantage point from that, Watson. Could that have been a Bills Body Shop collision of the game nominee there? I couldn't see who
yes,
it was.
The question is who. There were several Colonels breaking through.
We might just have to put this pressure on Greg Bills there and just call the entire Indianola Academy defensive front was the Bills Body Shop collision of the game nominee there. Reckon Greg can come up with something good to find those young men?
I got an idea who we can ask. 1st and 10 Colonels from their own 14 with 1:14 to play in the half. Thomas Putnam stays in at quarterback for the Colonels. Handoff goes to Hill. Ball is loose. The Colonels able to recover as James Hill able to fall on it. And the Colonels going to lose a couple of yards there. They'll mark it back at the 12. 2-yard loss for Hill.
I saw a player down here. This is 81, the receiver for Indianola Academy, Caleb Smith, doing a good job up front there. He was expecting the run. He had his head up on a swivel there, breaking down, trying to find a defensive back, a would-be tackler for the Stars to block there. That's what you like to see, that future of those receiving core learning some play time.
2nd and 12. From the 12, Putnam throws, picked off again by Diffie. This one will be returned for a touchdown. The Stars get on the board with 26 seconds to play in the first quarter. Second interception of the night thrown by Putnam, both to Diffie. This one returned about 13 yards for the touchdown, makes it 28-6 with 26 seconds to play in the second quarter.
Choice Diffie's going to teach Thomas Putnam, hey, don't throw to my side over here. There, Sepulveda ran a good route again and was open there just for a second. Putnam this time led him exactly right, and Sepulveda was just out-wrestled to the ball there, and Diffie stepped up in there and picked that one off there. I can't blame Putnam for that pass there that time.
Stars will come on and go for 2. Latham Hill back in, the quarterback who was injured a few plays ago. Back in there. Stars going to try to make it a 20-point game here. Hill will go under center. He'll turn, hand off to Holland Ingram, and he will get in. Not sure how the officials saw it. He put his arms up from the 3-yard line. He wasn't even on the goal line, but they say it counts. 28-8 with 26 seconds to play in the second quarter.
Well, Indianola Academy defense there, just a tough break there. Actually, that wasn't the defense. That was the offense. That was just a tough break there for the Colonels. We were hoping to pitch the shutout at the halftime there at least, and Winona Christian, again, just not going to lay down here. They're not going to quit. Tough team here, a little gritty, scrappy team, and these young men came out to play a full game tonight.
So after looking like we may get that running clock margin in the first quarter, the Colonels scored on their first 2 offensive plays of the game. Things have slowed down quite a bit, and the Stars have made it a 20-point game, 28-8. 26 seconds to play in the second quarter. We'll see what offensive unit Coach Nestor puts back out on the field here, as we've seen the second-string guys, even some third-string guys, the last couple of drives. It's resulted in 2 interceptions for the Colonels. The most recent return for a touchdown by Choice Diffie.
You're exactly right there. That is a interesting young man there. He is getting called upon on the outside, on the offense and defensive side of the ball here a lot tonight, making some plays happen for the Stars.
Kickoff is a high kick, going to be taken by Putnam at the 21. Looks for return room up the left sideline, going to be taken down at the IA 25. And that's where the Colonels will have it 1st and 10. 19 seconds to play in the quarter, and the first unit coming back out for Coach Nestor.
Well, I just got a stat from the original Indianola Academy Colonel, Mr. Bobby Maxey, giving me an interesting stat here. He said the Zapponis, and also he mentioned the Dodds. It's kind of a like father, like son thing. They were all wearing those same jersey numbers back in the day, and their sons are wearing the jerseys now, carrying on the Colonel Blue tradition.
Harris will take the handoff on 1st and 10, rumbles his way straight ahead. He's in star territory. and brought down from behind. They'll mark it at the 44, and we'll see if the Colonels want to burn a timeout. 10 seconds on the clock. Coach Nestor will stop the clock. Or no, they're just going to stop it to move the chains. 21 yards on the carry. Greenville Motorsports first down.
Beautifully run play there by Sebastian Harris, running up through the middle there. Offensive line doing a good job, opening some holes there.
Colonels quickly to the line. Davis drops back, looking to pass, throws left side, incomplete through the hands of Kimball. Clock will stop with 3 seconds. Colonels will have one more play in the second quarter.
I'm thinking if I'm dialing up a play to score, I think Coach Nestor is going to call T.K. Bolden from Davis on the deep bomb pass there, the fade route, and just let T.K. jump up and try to snatch it out of the air and get in that end zone there.
2nd and 10 from the Star 44. Should be the final play of the first half. Davis under center. Bolden will come in motion to the near side. He'll turn, hand off to Harris. Looks for running room straight ahead. Makes the cut at the 30 and got running room right side. 20, 15, 10, 5. Puts on the burners, and he is gone. 44 yards on the final play of the half for Sebastian Harris.
Wow. Well, Coach Nestor just used TK as the decoy there. Put him in motion there. I noticed Winona's defense shifted with TK as well, cutting across the field, and all that did was allow Sebastian Harris, once he blew up through the middle there, shot out like a cannon. Man, wow, he blew up through that middle there, was barely touched by Winona's front and linebacker core there. Cut back to the right there that time where there was no Winona defender, and got in that end zone easily.
Barrier on for the extra point. That makes it 35-8 at the half. Colonel's on top of Winona Christian. And Colonel's getting back on track there on that offensive series.
Yeah, Sebastian didn't even look tired here as he's walking off the field here, or running off the field. Just a good little athlete there, or a good young man. And I noticed there right before halftime, shook number 36's hand. Austin Huggins, the senior captain for Winona Christian, gave him 5, and that is a good-sized young man. That 36 is Huggins for Winona. They've got some talent here. They got some good size. They just can't get it together right now, and everything's going all in Indianola Academy's favor.
35-8 is your halftime score. Stay with us. The Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show is coming your way. After this, you're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
State of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola help you simplify and get to a better state, because with Andy Daniels handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that can add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola today and get to a better state with State Farm. Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. We are Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola, Mississippi. Call 887-2160.
Welcome back to Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show, coming your way from Winona Christian. Colonel's on top of the Stars, 35-8. Boy, if you're hungry in Indianola, stop by and see Larry Vance at Larry Vance Quick Mart for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Larry can cook you up just about anything you want. Cold drinks and snacks available as well. Larry Vance Quick Mart, located on Highway 82, Indianola, next door to South Sunflower County Hospital. Again, 35-8, your halftime score. We're going to go ahead and throw out the double quick trivia question here early in the half, as my partner Brady about to lose phone battery over there. So we're going to go ahead and throw out the trivia question. 662-207-8335 is the number to call if you know the answer. 662-207-8335. We talked a little bit earlier about how last weekend was just forgettable for both Ole Miss and Mississippi State, getting outscored by Alabama and Auburn, respectively, 115-13. We want to know, when was the last time, what year, that Ole Miss and State combined to allow over 100 points on the same weekend? You don't have to give us the exact weekend, just give us the year. the last time Ole Miss and State combined to allow over 100 points on the same weekend, what year was it?
In football.
Yes, in football. You know the answer, call 207-8335.
I'm going to go on and give out the first hint because they're going to need it. It was before the year I was born, so it was, you better bring out your old school records. You better Google and Google hard. We've already got a caller.
It has been a while back. As Brady said, before either of our lifetimes. So we want to know the last time Ole Miss and Mississippi State combined to allow over 100 points on the same weekend. 207-8335, the number to call. Well, next week, the Colonels back on the road at Bio Academy. They'll get back in District 1 AAA play, and we'll finish up the regular season 2 weeks from tonight, October the 20th, on the road in Clarksdale. And Bio Academy, a team with a lot of excitement coming into the season. A new head coach coming down from North Point Christian, formerly SBEC. And we'll see what the Colonels can do on the road at Bio next week. It'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll have it for you right here on Super Talk for the Delta. Our live stream will be available as well. You go to youtube.com and search Indianola Academy Sports Network. Do we have a winner already?
We actually do.
Wow.
So the man that I like to always throw in there to make the second half tackles, Will Pitts, his better half Missy called in, and she took 2 stabs at it, and she actually got it with 1969 there.
Yeah, 1969, the answer we were looking for. We wanted to know what year the last time Ole Miss and Mississippi State combined to allow over 100 points on the same weekend. It was October 4th, 1969. Mississippi State lost to Houston 74-0. Ole Miss lost to Alabama 33-32. Hopefully it'll be another, let's see, what's that, 31 and 17, 48 years. Hopefully it'll be another 48 years before that happens again, something like that. But congratulations to Missy Pitts.
Yeah, and I got to give a shout-out to another person that gets there. Morgan McDowell made me feel good. He obviously did not hear the hint that I gave out. I said it was older than the year that I was born. He guessed 1993, and I wish I was that young, Morgan. I am not that young, though.
So congratulations to Missy Pitts, our Double Quick Trivia winner tonight, showing a $10 gift card from our friends at Double Quick. Let's look at some first half numbers. Again, your halftime score, 35-8, Colonels in front. And for IA offensively, 331 yards total, 170 on the ground, 161 through the air. Pretty balanced attack for the Colonels in the first half. Let's see, Will Davis, 7 of 9, 161 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Thomas Putnam, 0 for 2 with 2 interceptions. One of those returned for a touchdown for Winona Christian. In the receiving department, T.K. Bolden, 5 receptions, 143 yards, and a touchdown. Randy Kimball with 2 receptions for 18 yards. On the ground, Sebastian Harris, 6 carries, 164 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He got it going early. His first touchdown run of the night came on the second Colonel offensive play of the night, 69 yards. Also has touchdown runs of 7 and 44 on the night. Also on the ground, Wesley Lester, 3 carries, 9 yards, and a touchdown. Let's see, Walker Zapponi, 1 carry for 1 yard. James Hill, 2 carries for -4 yards. On the defensive side, 5 total tackles for Eli Lipsy, Wesley Lester, and John Abbott Smith. 6 total tackles for Stephon Smith to go along with the pass deflection. 3 total tackles for Jack Dodd and Randy Kimball. Also 3 total tackles for Schieffer Phillips. 2 total tackles for Josh Hill and Woods Toller. Also 2 tackles for Thomas Putnam. Let's look at your first half numbers brought to you tonight by Dalen Bills. Filling in tonight for Kurt Owen, and glad to have Dalen back in the booth with us. Long-time stat keeper for us, and been away for a couple of years.
Yeah, I don't know if you even heard it or not, and she was sitting there saying, I mentioned that we need to call out a Bill's Body Shop, and we really hadn't seen many collisions tonight. And she goes, "Oh, I've been watching for them." You know, That's her favorite, award to give out there. She's always looking for those headhunters out there. Also hadn't seen a Van Cleve proper insurance coverage of the game much yet tonight either, as Winona has been able to throw the ball pretty good, not getting big chunks of yardage on the offensive side of the ball, but still at the same time able to complete a lot of passes there, and just hadn't had much proper coverage this game here for the Colonel's defensive secondary.
Yeah, Stars had the connection early in the pass game, Ferguson to Diffie. They went away from that. It must have been some sort of injury to Ferguson that we didn't see. He's been on the sideline, had his helmet in his hands. We'll see if they go back to him in the second half or if they stay with Latham Hill, the sophomore, who we saw the majority of the second quarter. Again, your halftime score 35-8. Colonel's in front of Winona Christian. We'll step aside, take another break, and be back to continue with the Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show here on Super Talk for the Delta.
Has something new been added to your life? A new car, a new house, a new business responsibility? Then your insurance policy may need some reviewing too. Why not see a pro, a trusted choice, independent agent? That's us, Van Cleve Insurance. There's no substitute for professional know-how when you need insurance for your home, car, or business. We can help you choose the policy that's best for you. That's Van Cleve Insurance, located on Highway 49 in Indianola since 1932.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
Expect more from your John Deere equipment and your financing. Find out how at Wade Incorporated. Right now, during the Gear Up for Fall sales event, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus save up to $4,000 in bonuses on a new John Deere 3025 compact utility tractor. With these loaded four-wheel drive tractors, you can take on your land and your to-do list with ease. Wade, delivering service, solutions, and success since 1909. Learn more at wadeinc.com. Offer ends October 27, 2017. Subject to approved installment credit with John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Prices and model availability vary by dealer, so see dealer for details.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
Welcome back here at the half, the Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show from Winona Christian. The IA Colonels on top of the Stars, 35-8. Opened up with scores on the first two offensive plays of the game. Will Davis, a 72-yard strike to TK Bolden, first play of the game. And after the defense forced a 3-and-out for Winona Christian, Harris ripped off a 69-yard run to put the Colonels up 14-0. Things kind of slowed down from there. Colonels led 28-0 until late in the second quarter. Thomas Putnam was picked off by Choice Dippy, returned it 13 yards for the score, made it 28-8. And on the last play of the half, Harris, with his third touchdown run of the night, took it in from 44 yards out, and that's where we stand here at the break.
Should have been tackled about 10 times on that last run there as well. I mean, he ran straight up, I would say, about the 2-3 holes, somewhere in there. I mean, he was between the tackles, 2 to 4 holes. No, he ran on that left side, so he'd been 1 to 3 holes there, and just ran it straight between the tackles there, and Winona Christian, he just outran them all there, and just the arm tackling is not going to do it on Mr. Sebastian Harris there. Just the drive, will, determination of Sebastian to get in that end zone, and it shows out there on that football field. That young man is a very good running back for the Indianola Academy Colonels.
While we've got a second, I want to say congratulations to Coach Ron Slater and the Lady Colonels soccer team on an outstanding season. Fell in a nail-biter yesterday in the, I guess, what you would call the North Half Championship to Starkville Academy. It was played in Indianola. Starkville won that game 1-0. It was a very exciting game. The Lady Colonels had several opportunities late in that game to even things up. Just couldn't get it done, but Coach Ron Slater always puts a quality product out on the field with Lady Colonel Soccer, and we congratulate them on a great season.
Yeah, it was, really, and I was trying to keep up with it on Facebook there, and I don't know, you could just kind of feel the excitement by reading the post even, hey, of course 1-0, that's a tight score there, and Indianola Academy, wow, they've done such a good job all year long. They were really worried about Kirk Academy. They won that first round playoff there and just weren't able to vault into that next round of playoffs there. While we got a second, we also need to say congratulations to Ole Miss on selecting a new mascot there at the Land Shark. I'm glad they all came into agreement. Get the Land Shark.
That's I don't know what to say. The fact that there's been 2 mascot changes in the last 10 years is a little bit embarrassing. But
well, don't feel bad. I mean, Alabama, they're the Crimson Tide, but they have an elephant running around on the sideline. Auburn Tiger, War Eagle, but they got an eagle flying around. So
the Land Shark itself is not quite the problem, but we'll leave that story for another day.
That's right. Got plenty more to talk about. We got to focus on what's at hand here tonight.
and the Stars, Brady, were feeling pretty good until that last run by Harris. They're going to come out third quarter. They'll get the football. They won the coin toss, deferred their option. The question is, who's going to be the quarterback? Did they try to go back to the past game? And Troy Stiffy, who we don't have the stats on Winona. I'd venture to guess he's got 6 or 7 catches in the first half, probably upwards of 60, 70 yards. He's been really the highlight for Winona Christian.
Yeah, he really has been, and you're exactly right. I'm kind of curious what Winona's going to do here. And, to tell you the honest goodness truth, you're exactly saying, even though the score was 28-0 up IA, after Winona held IA on maybe a 3-and-out there, on defense, and then had 2 picks there and finally got into the end zone. You could feel that momentum kind of shift back on Winona's sidelines here. It made it 28-8 there. These fans were getting excited over here and really getting behind these players, and they were energized, and they were playing off of it as well. But nonetheless, Indianola Academy able to put that dagger back in it once again there on the last play of the first half, and Sebastian Harris, a very nice 44-yard run. Got to give Winona credit. They had him hemmed up there and just could not bring him down. Sebastian Harris, just a very strong running back. The senior is going to be sorely missed here in the next years.
No doubt about it. We will take our final break at the Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show and be back with the third quarter. Stay with us. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Oh, Olivia, I scratched the hardwood floor with my truck. Oh, no, Cooper, what are we going to do? Call my pal at Robertson Floor Service.
That's right, Cooper and Olivia. Your pap at Robertson Floor Service has been serving the Delta's flooring needs since 1992. Call us for an appointment today at 662-887-4477. Tell them, Olivia.
Come to Pep Score. We can. We do. Your hardwood floor. And get a free coat.
Proud supporters of Colonel Football, the Tackett family, owners of Heartland Catfish Company, farm 7,200 surface water acres of catfish and 15,000 acres of grain land. That makes us the largest single grower of farm-raised catfish in the U.S. Heartland is committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality farm-raised catfish products. Be sure and eat catfish raised in the Mississippi Delta by looking for the Heartland seal, smooth, clean fillet cuts that meet the highest standards, just like Indianola Academy and Colonel Football. Heartland Catfish, a proud sponsor of Colonel Football.
Local decisions made by local people. That's what you will get at Community Bank. You've been thinking about switching banks? Now is the time. Community Bank will handle all of your bank switching paperwork for you. We'll assign you your own personal secretary who will handle your former bank account, get you your new checks, fill out your direct deposit forms, and anything else you need. Just remember, we do the switch. You just enjoy Community Bank, a bank like no other. Community Bank, a proud Colonel booster.
Steve's Cleaners, your one-stop dry cleaners. We offer a variety of services from cleaning comforters to prom and wedding dresses. We are proud to have served Indianola for more than 43 years and have now added a location in Cleveland to better serve the Delta. Our friendly and professional staff are ready to serve your needs. We at Steve's Cleaners always cheer for the blue and white of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Go Big Blue! Steve's Cleaners with locations in Indianola and Cleveland.
Welcome back. Watson Cook, Brady Smith, and our statistician Dalen Bills with you from Winona Christian as we get ready to start the third quarter. The Colonels on top of the Stars 35-8 And the Stars will be getting the football to open the third quarter as William Barrier will come out to kick away for the Colonels. He will kick right to left. As the Stars look to fight back into this one, Colonels appeared that they were going to run away with it early. And things kind of slowed off a little bit. Colonels able to extend the lead right at the end of the first half. We'll see what transpires here over the next 24 minutes as the third quarter about to get kicked off. I thank Larry Vance at Larry Vance Quick Mart for sponsoring our halftime show, and also Tommy Cook and Delta South Motors for sponsoring our pregame show. And thank you to all of our sponsors who allow us to bring you Colonel football each and every week right here on Super Talk for the Delta. We appreciate you joining us tonight, and also those of you watching our live video stream at YouTube. Stars will send back Corley Goff deep to return as Barrier approaches the tee. Third quarter is underway. It's the end-over-end kick. Goff's going to take it at the 7 and returns it straight up the field. He is hit hard. There's a nominee for the Bills' body shot collision of the game. The ball comes loose. Colonels say they have it. And they're going to say no. It is Star football. Goff's able to recover, but boy, he got his bell wrong. And I believe that was Randy Kimball getting in there.
I think so it was, too. I couldn't tell if it was him or number 40 for the Colonels.
Houston Dana.
Houston Dana.
The Stars recover the fumble. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 24.
I see a lot of the defensive first-team starters back out there on the field for the Colonels to start this first drive in the second half on defense for the Colonels.
Quarterback will be Latham Hill, the sophomore who wears number 15, took over early in the second quarter. Hands off to Marlowe, looks for running room left side. Not much happening there. The jackhammer goes over to shut that one down quickly. No gain on the play. He may have lost half a yard.
Well, you know, Indianola Academy's defense is just running it picture perfect here. Hey, we're reading the guards. The guards are always going to take you to where the play is, the pulling guards. You just get on there, get a pocket there and follow them. They'll take you to the play, and that's exactly what Jack Singletary Dodd back there is doing, reading those eyes back there and getting to the play and making a nice open field tackle there for the Colonels defense.
2nd and 10, Stars from their own 24. Ball was on the far hash. Hill works out of the gun, looks to throw. Quick hitter over the middle, incomplete through the hands of intended receiver Dalton Wiggins. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Stars.
Well, threw that ball quick there. I thought Barrier coming out Superman-like there, Superman style, trying to jump out there and catch that ball. I was talking to Coach Bridges on the outside there at halftime a little bit. Said the coach's thought and mentality there was, hey, we're going to try to give these second guys, other guys coming in without a running clock here and give them a little playing time because it's always kind of a rush through it and everything, and we want to give them a little playing time here.
3rd and long, Stars. Hill throws complete to Diffie at the 29 and works up to the 30 before he's taken off his feet. Josh Hill in on the stop. Be well shy of the first down.
Well, a good first series of defense here for Indianola Academy on defense there. Other than that play right there, everything else was pretty much nil or negative, and you got to like that as a coach for Indianola Academy on your defensive side of the ball.
Goss will go back to punt, stands at his own 15. The Colonels will send Barrier back to return. He stands at his own 40. Short kick going to hit at the 47 and will take a short star roll to the 40, and that's where the Colonels will have it 1st and 10 at their own 40 with 10:21 to play in the third quarter. Colonels on top 35-8.
Well, Indianola Academy here on their first series on offense. Let's see what they can do as they're the starting unit is coming out here and executing. Coach Bridges also brought up a good point here. During the week, Putnam doesn't get any reps behind at the quarterback position there, so interesting to see trying to bring up that future player there for the Colonels there, and hopefully he can change things around.
Davis under center, 1st and 10, pump fake, going to the air, right side, looking for Bolden and overshot him. I don't know if Bolden might have slipped, but but you could tell right off the pump fake Davis was looking to fire, and Bolden simply wasn't free yet. He had to pause a minute.
Yeah, he did there, and that messed up the timing pattern route there. And he still almost caught it. He was still only just one step behind there. Davis did an excellent job putting it where he needed to put it, where only his receiver could catch it, and you got to appreciate that in an offensive unit here. And you can tell they've practiced over this several times there, and Davis looks very comfortable back there in that pocket. Offensive line did a good job of blocking up front.
2nd and 10, Colonels from their own 40. Davis works out of the gun, trips to the near side, looking to pass, throws right, caught by Bolden, and brought down from behind by Diffie. He has the Greenville Motorsports first down in Star territory to the 35, and Bolden comes up a little gimpy.
Yeah, I saw him pat that helmet as soon as he popped that head up after being tackled there, kind of saying, hey, I need to get the substitution this time here, and he does come up gimpy. You're right. His shoulder's hurting. A couple of weeks ago, maybe it's North Delta, I think it was, or Kirk. He got hurt there with a shoulder injury. And now this is going to be one of our first true injuries here as T.K. Bolden goes to the sideline off limping.
Thomas Putnam will check in the game, 26-yard gain, 1st and 10 to the Star 34. Putnam comes in motion to the near side. Davis will turn, handoff to Harris. He's hit and stacked up after a gain of 1 to the 33.
Give Winona Christian defensive front credit. They stayed low there and really bunched it up, so Sebastian Harris didn't have much to dance around or anything that time, and could not find the hole there. It's a lot of people staying low here, and I saw maybe one of, I couldn't tell what offensive lineman just had to check out that time. He got hit in the shins there as well. You could see him stay low. Policini checking out there.
2nd and 9, Colonels from the Star 33. Quick score update. Washington School 28, Bio nothing. As Davis throws left side complete to Kimball. Looks for the stiff arm. Works inside the 30. Going to be taken out of bounds. The Star coaching staff wanting an offensive face mask. There is no call. And they will mark him out at the 25. Give him 8. We'll bring up 3rd and 1.
I like to see our center out there, Logan White, hustling to the sidelines, making sure that his player, especially when getting tackled on the opposite side of the field there from your side field, whenever you go into enemy territory, you definitely want to go in there with a little bit of backup, and Logan White running to the sidelines over here, ensuring that his wide receiver doesn't get up, either get some shot taken at him or pop off at the mouth or get a, inadvertent penalty or something.
Cheek flag there.
Exactly, and he comes over there and takes advantage of the situation there and makes sure everything's at bay. You like to see that. It's hard to teach that in a young man, and he did a good job of running over there and hustling real quick.
Zach Kitchens is in the game at right guard for Policini. As Davis fires over the middle, it's caught by Putnam inside the 10, inside the 5. He's got a Greenville Motorsports first down. That is the first reception of the season for Thomas Putnam, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not going to, my eyes could be deceiving me, but I swear I thought I saw 62 Zach Kitchens in there at the center and Logan White playing left guard in there.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, I think you're right. I noticed that.
And it does look like, Kitchens is over center now, and Logan White's your left guard.
21-yard gain to the 4, 1st and goal. Handoff to Harris, and he's in there for the touchdown. 4th touchdown run of the night for Sebastian Harris. This one from 4 yards out puts Big Blue on top 41-8 with 8:33 to play in the 3rd.
And just credit that offensive line yet again. Hey, when you got to have the whole run behind the seniors over there, Schieffer Phillips and also Watson Brewer paving the way there for Sebastian Harris, making a nice opening. And just getting them into that end zone. Also, Wesley Lester with a lead block there as well, vaulting him into that secondary for the touchdown.
6 plays, 60 yards on the drive. Extra point from Barrier is up and good, 42-8, with 8:33 to play in the 3rd. Here from Winona Christian, Colonels are in control. We will step aside and take a break. We'll be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
We all know that Indianola Electric works on electric motors, but did you know Indianola Electric works on irrigation well motors? Call Chris today to talk about any type of electrical work on your irrigation system. When you need work on your in-gun pivot motor, electrical motors, and generators, there's one place to call, Indianola Electric at 887-3292. Our fully trained professionals are ready to serve you, so call today. With over 34 years serving this area, we want you to be our next satisfied customer. Call Indianola Electric today, 887-3292, Highway 49 North in Indianola.
Welcome back. 8:33 to play in the third. Cardinals extend the lead over Winona Christian 42-8. A 4-yard run from Sebastian Harris. Barriers kickoff taken by Goff. Turns it straight up the field and going to be wrestled down around the 20-yard line. Clint Jones getting downfield to make the tackle along with Woods Kohler.
Also there, I like that Spencer Robertson coming in from the backside there, trying to strip that ball out last second there. You like that. It's almost a peskiness, I guess you would say. They're really getting in there and getting downfield. Golly, I love seeing that, just that hustle in these young men and always trying to get the ball, get to the ball, make some plays, make some things happen. And you got to love that out of our team. I watched that last night, NC State and Louisville, and that's kind of the way NC State's defense played. They really got after Louisville. And, they made a Heisman Trophy winner. It looked awfully bad last night in Lamar Jackson.
Absolutely. First and 10 Stars from their own 20. Hill will hand off straight ahead, stacked up at the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go. Colonels converging on the ball carrier, led by Stephon Smith and John Abbott Smith.
Once again, that defensive front there just doing an excellent job of stacking it up there, and not making any holes. Looked like John Abbott checked out there, and maybe Ashton Powell, the freshman, getting in a little nose guard action here now for the Colonels' defensive front. Also, 6, Daniel Sepulvedo checking in at the defensive back position here for the Colonels.
Second and 10 for the Stars from their own 20. Hill will work out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Quick pass goes through the hands of intended receiver Dalton Wiggins. The Colonel had a shot at the pick, couldn't haul it in. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, Randy Kimball, it was just hard to get readjusted after you're used to going for the tackle, and then suddenly you're going for a tip ball. Kimball could not react there and recover, and got a hand on it, just could not bring it down. Good coverage, though, by the Colonel's defensive secondary there.
Spencer Robertson will check in now at free safety. James Hill in there at the laser. 3rd and 10. Hill looking to pass. Officials blow this one dead. And we're going to have a false start against the Stars.
Clint Jones also getting in on that defensive secondary. And, Winona's has really had some success passing a lot tonight, even on the starting unit of the defensive secondary for Indianola Academy. So this is going to be a true test here for Indianola Academy's backup unit here in that backfield. They've got to get that head on the swivel and get some good coverage here. Also up front, Indianola Academy's defense needs to apply a little pressure on these quarterback here for Winona.
3rd and 15 Stars from their own 15. Hill works out of the gun, 4 wide. They'll hand off to Goff. Looks for running room straight ahead. He's hit, backed up, and dropped. Tyler Horner among the first to get there.
So we got checking in now, number 51.
Be John Luther Selby.
John Luther Selby there for the Colonel's defensive front. Checking in for Stephon Smith, who had him a fine defensive game tonight there. Got in on a lot of plays there.
Gain of 1 to the 16, 4th and 14 for the Stars. They'll punt it away. Goff will go back and stand around his own 1. Spencer Robertson will be the return man for the Colonels. 6:35 to play third quarter. Colonels on top 42-8. Out back to Goff off a high spiral kick and a hit at the 44. And will be down at the 45. Colonels will have great field position here. 1st and 10 from the Star 45 as they lead it 42-8. 6:19. Tell us that's 6 or 5 on the scoreboard. We'll go with 6. 6:19 to go in the third.
Not taking anything away from Spencer Robertson there, athleticism-wise, but, Coach Nestor always kind of preaches. He realizes how tough it is to catch that punt return back there, so he teaches those guys, and Weir Barrier really has shown it. Hey, if you don't feel comfortable getting up to under the ball and making a smooth, clean catch there, we don't want no over-the-shoulders, as we've seen in the past with several players. We don't want some fantastic try to run it all back, do it all yourself kind of deal. Get away from it and talk to your return unit and tell them, I'm not catching the ball. Get away from it. Ball's to the right here. Ball's to the left. Ball's short. Get away. And, and that's smart there. And I saw Spencer Robertson there that time realize, hey, this is going to be a tough catch to make. Wisely step back, let my offensive unit take over here, and let them try to score against Winona's defense.
You know what I loved right there while you're giving that expert analysis? Dalen's nodding in approval and agreement with everything that comes out of your mouth. So, hey, good job.
Yes. Kurt does not do that.
1st and 10 Colonels from the Star 45. Putnam back in at quarterback, going to run the option left side. He'll keep it for himself and is upended and taken down hard at the 40-yard line. A 5-yard gain. Thomas Castillo coming up to make the tackle.
Nice tackle out there in the open field. And, Thomas Putnam, again, running that option to the left side there, pulls the ball at the last second from the would-be dive man there and pulls it out. Saw that the play wasn't there. The defensive tackle took the dive man, pulls it out there, runs down the field well, and got second down, a manageable play.
2nd and 5 from the Star 40. Putnam under center, high formation in the backfield. Handoff is to James Hill, and he is hit, wrestled down. That was one of those Wesley Lester calf wrestle tackles right there. Brings Hill down. They will mark it at the 41, a loss of 1.
33, Holland Ingram, a nice, young, strapping, good-size lad there for Winona Christian out of his defensive linebacker position. He was the blitzing linebacker there that time, picked the right gap, and met James Hill with authority in the hole there. Just good timing, good call there. Unfortunately for the Colonels and James Hill, they picked the right gap, or we picked the wrong gap there that time running the ball, and going to have to try it again on 3rd down play.
3rd and 6 from the 41. Clock runs to 5:05 to play in the third. Colonels on top 42-8. Putnam will turn, handoff to Woods Toller this time, puts it on the ground, picks it up, runs forward to the 37, give him 4 on the carry. Be a couple of yards shy of the first down.
Now, that's talent there. That ball sat straight on the ground. Woods didn't even think about jumping on it, just leaned over. And he's got a tall, lanky frame there, bent over a good little bit, and had to pick that ball up there and scoop it back up all on the fly. Did a great job there of keeping those feet churning, running in between the tackles there. It was a nice blast play up the middle, about the one hole there. Coach Nestor and company just trying to run over Winona up front here. Give them credit for Winona's defensive credit for holding the Colonels.
54-yard field goal attempt from William Barrier. Ball will be on the left hash. Randy Kimball to snap. Josh Hill to hold. He missed from 55 last week. Coach Nestor going to give him another crack at it. This one from 54. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is up. Going to be well short and wide right. So the score remains 42-8 with 4:05 to play in the third.
Yeah, it was. It landed about 2 yards. 8 yards deep into the end zone there, so it was a good little short there. I like Coach Nestor's enthusiasm, though, trying to give the senior left-footed kicker Barrier there another shot at kicking that ball. You know, it was just too close to be a punting range there, and at the same time, hey, might as well give the senior a shot there. He has plenty of leg. You know, it's weird, the one field goal attempt that he did make there. I think he made it from about with 25 yards to go. I mean, it's just kind of weird how that works. And then you give him that yardage that he would have covered there, and it's just not able to get in there and cap that off. Although at the same time, Barrier has been taken out of the game, so, you know, he's been substituted for. So his interest in the game has kind of fallen off over there on the sidelines there. Nonetheless, you know, Colonels we're not able to capitalize on that drive.
So after the missed field goal, the Stars will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. 4:05 to play in the third. Colonels up 42-8. And Coach Graham and company We'll take a timeout and talk things over. We'll take a timeout as well and be back in a minute. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Time to head to the greens. After a long week of work, you deserve this. But how you gonna pay for it? Since you left your debit card at the gas station? Oh, crud. Don't worry. With the Secure Lock mobile app, you can cancel that lost debit card right from the palm of your hand. Simply open the Secure Lock app, log in, and deactivate your debit card. If you find it, you can reactivate it the same way, because you deserve simple. Planners Bank. Growing together. Member FDIC.
From Indianola, Greenwood, Belzona, Greenville, and places near and far, people just like you are coming to Hometown Restaurant for the best steaks in the Delta, period. Juicy on the inside, just right on the outside. Mark Gary says, come on in and we'll cook your steak just the way you want it. Also try our Mississippi Delta catfish, grilled, fried, or blackened, or our succulent shrimp, the freshest in the Delta. And remember, there's always something just right on the kids' menu. Mark Gary and the great staff at Hometown are proud Colonel supporters. Visit Hometown Restaurant soon in downtown Inverness.
Welcome back on 1st and 10. Blake Marlowe with the carry. Picks up the first down for the Stars. 10-yard gain to the 30. Houston Dana on the tackle.
I'm going to have to give Houston, I hate that we were on timeout there because you would have heard that lick through the microphone here. Houston Dana came up and applied a nice lick, as did Blake Marlowe, but at the same time, we're going to give Houston the Bills Body Shop nominee there.
Hill under center, hands off. Straight ahead, that is Ingram on the carry. He's got another Star first down up across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Stars moving the chains here with just under 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Colonel's on top 42-8. They'll put it at the 9.
Yes,
put it at the 49, a 19-yard gain.
Ashton Powell with the tackle there downfield, just kind of rode 33's back all the way down the field there. I see 53, Peyton Barnes, I believe that's who that is, checking in for the Colonels defensive front now.
1st and 10 Stars from their own 49. Hill under center, turn handoff to Ingram. Taken down after a short gain on the play. John Luther Selby, John Landon Chisholm combining on the tackle.
Yeah, I loved watching this team out here. It's gritty, and, I mean, just getting after it here. This team is definitely overmatched here. They're size-wise, folks. I don't know if anybody's out there still watching the video, but if you're just listening on the radio here, size-wise, the Colonels are definitely outsized here as Winona. As I mentioned earlier, they really don't have a lot to sub with, so these guys are very large here, and they got a good-sized team and got a lot of bright future over here at Winona.
4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 from the Colonel 47. Handoff is to Goss, left side. He's got the first down inside the 40, down to the Colonel 36. And taking off his feet, a 12-gauge, Cliff Jones.
Yep, that's exactly right. 12-gauge riding him down there on the backside there at the last second, brought him down on the ground. Nice open field tackle there by Clint Jones.
Gain is to the 36. Stars move the chains. 2:27 to play in the third. Colonels holding on to a 42-8 lead.
As we change ends of field, I have to grease my hips over and squeeze onto the other side of the press box here.
Mason Hill under center on 1st and 10. Handoff straight ahead to Ingram. Up running. He's got another first down. 12-gauge. Jones on the tackle again inside the 20 to the 18. An 18-yard gain.
Well, we have called Holland Ingram's name ample times here in this second half. A very nice run there up the middle between the tackles there for the Winona Stars, Indianola Academy. I like to see their enthusiasm getting to the ball there, making some gang tackles there, and that's what it's going to take here to bring down these big running backs here for Winona Christian.
1st and 10 Stars from the Colonel 18. Hill under center. Give it to Marlowe. Around the right side. There's another Bills Body Shop collision, and once again, it's Houston Dana. That was actually Goss on the carry. And mark it at the 11, 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3.
I think when you get 2 nominations in one drive, it automatically qualifies for a win of the Bills Body Shop collision of the game nominee there. Wow, that was a beautifully executed open field tackle there by Houston Dana. Just doing a good job coming up from that linebacker position there. Gets called on a lot of times in special situations there by Coach Nestor and company, and always comes through, makes some big plays when counted on.
2nd and 3 Stars from the 11. Give it off straight ahead to Ingram. And he'll have enough for the first down. It'll be first and goal, Stars from the 6, a 5-yard gain.
Winona putting together a nice drive here this series here as they get onto the short end of the field here out of the view of the press box. So I'm just going to go by Watson's word for the rest of this drive here. We're getting a little too close over here.
44 seconds to play in the third. Stars knocking on the door, first and goal from the 6. Colonels on top 42-8. Hill takes the snap, hands it off to Marlowe, looks for running room left side, and going to be brought down inside the 5 around the 3-yard line. Walker's the pony going over to make the tackle.
Nice
partner, looked like Alex Tannehill in there as well.
Yeah, some nice open field tackles there by the Colonels' defensive secondary, not allowing Winona to get into the end zone there as they're knocking on that door like you mentioned there. And as the third quarter's coming to a close here, Indianola Academy in that bend but don't break mentality out there.
Yeah, Stars will not get the snap off. We'll go to the fourth with the Colonels on top 42-8. The Stars looking to get back on the board. They'll have second and goal from the 3. When we come back in a minute to start the fourth quarter, you're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Magic Mart Pharmacy is a proud supporter of IA Colonel Football. We know it takes hard work and commitment to win.
John Deere 3025 compact utility tractor. With these loaded 4-wheel drive tractors, you can take on your land and your to-do list with ease. Wade, delivering service, solutions, and success since 1909. Learn more at wadeinc.com. Offer ends October 27, 2017. Subject to approved installment credit with John Deere Financial. Some restrictions apply. Prices and model availability vary by dealer, so see dealer for details.
Welcome back. Watson Cook, Brady Smith, and Dalen Bills with you from Winona Christian as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Colonels on top of the Stars 42-8. Winona Christian looking to get back on the board. Second and goal from the 3. They will now work right to left as you look at your radio. Might have to put the headset on Dalen and let her call this one. Get a crick in my neck. Hill under center. He'll hand off to Ingram straight ahead, and he bounces into the end zone for the touchdown. Holland Ingram with a 3-yard run with 11:55 to play. Makes it 42-14.
I couldn't see out our porthole over here to the far left over there, so I wasn't real sure what the play was, but this is a bad angle over there. Nonetheless, Winona got in the end zone.
Stars will go for 2. Ingram under center. They'll hand it off to Goss around the right side, or actually that's Marlowe, and he will not get in. So the score remains 42-14 with 11:55 to play in the game. And Colonel's looking like they're well on their way to improving to 8-0 on the year. I just got to come out and finish executing here over the last 11-plus minutes.
Yes, you're exactly right there. Junior Graham coach team, he doesn't teach his young men to do that, and he's kind of very reminiscent of Coach Tommy Nestor over there. His team doesn't lay down either and quit, and both these teams are going to play to the end there. And anyway, it's pretty exciting second half here, actually, Watson. You know, it's pretty close here, and you've had to pay attention to every play here. A lot of times we're watching butterflies float around here come to second half. Reminds me of that soccer game I went to Tuesday, but nonetheless.
Brady, by the way, referring to a 5-year-old soccer.
Yeah, not the Lady Colonels. No. Hopefully one day there'll be some future Lady Colonels on that ball and everything, but nonetheless, it was hard to keep some attention spans out there.
Colonels set to get it back with 11:55 to play on top of Winona Christian 42-14. Kicking off for the Stars will be Hayden Self, a freshman. The high kick going to be taken at the 18 by Putnam. And Putnam is going to be cut down around the 25-yard line. Several Stars getting in there to converge on Putnam, led by Cade Marlowe.
Well, I got to say this, Winona, their coaching staff seems to be trying every player out as well tonight as well, as they've sent out, I think, 3 kickers now, 2 punters,
3 quarterbacks.
3 quarterbacks. I'm telling you, the stat sheet for them, whoever their statistician is definitely jumbled up there, and they've had a interesting night, to say the least, on their end of the sticks.
Putnam will be the quarterback for the Colonels, runs the option left side, calls his own number.
And will be on there on Facebook that Sookies has its own live stream there. So if you're watching at Sookies still, hope you enjoy your steak, and hopefully I'll be there soon to eat one with you.
2nd and 5, Colonels from their own 30. Putnam under center. Ball goes to the ground. Putnam picks it up, and he will be brought down for a loss of 1 back at the 29. Bring up 3rd and 6 as the clock runs under 11 minutes to play now in the game. Colonels continue to lead 42-14.
And on a side note there, Watson said, and I can ditto what he said, if we do meet anybody there that is watching the live stream there at Sookies, and we're eating steak and you want to buy us a steak, feel free to come on out there and buy Watson and I steak. We would love for you to do that.
3rd and 6 for the Colonels. Handoff goes straight ahead. James Hill, nothing doing there. Gets back to the 30. Give him 1 on the carry. We'll bring up 4th and 5.
And, the Academy offense here just could not get it together here, and going to have to punt this ball on this next series for the Colonels offense.
So Josh Hill will come on to punt. His first attempt tonight, 28 yards. Will go back and stand around his own 16 to punt it away. And a high snap. Hill goes in the air to bring it in. Gets off a nice high spiral kick. A fair catch will be called for and brought in at the 37 by Reed Roberts. 37-yard punt out of Hill. No return.
I noticed that several of the players are wearing pink. A few of them, I guess you would say. Not a lot of them here. As the month of October goes on and on. About that last game, I think every player will be wearing it. I'm not sure. Maybe they don't have enough tape at the beginning of the year. I don't know what occurs there, but Coach Nestor always seems to get it out of all his players come about that 4th week in October there as we're making that final playoff push. This year, partner, the last week of October will be the first week of the playoffs. So, yeah, kind of excited to see that. That's going to get us going pretty fast here, and we won't be coasting into a Thanksgiving break worried about football anymore like we were last year.
That's exactly right. Let me correct myself. I said 37 yards on the punt, actually 33 yards on the punt. The ball is at the 37 of Winona Christian. That's where they'll have it. 1st and 10, 9:43 to play in the game. Colonels on top 42-14. We'll be back on the road next week. Shorter drive up the road to Cleveland. Take on Bio Academy Colts. It's 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll have it for you right here on Super Talk for the Delta. 6:30 will be our airtime if you can't make the trip.
The trivia question for next week is going to be, who is going to be our statistician next week?
That is a great question. Logan Graham, a freshman, back in there at quarterback. We saw him briefly in the first half. Where's number 5 trying to direct traffic? He'll go under center, 1st and 10 from the 37. He'll turn, handoff to Wiggins around the left side. Going to be wrestled down. Daniel Sepulvedo and Clint Jones making the tackle.
And Watson, I think we got a sideline coordinator in training out here. Stephen Johnson throwing out an interesting stat. Memphis quarterback Ryan Ferguson has 6 TD passes versus UConn going into the 4th quarter. Memphis is exacting a little revenge there. Last week they were kind of upset there badly, and I didn't expect that game to turn out the way it did after Memphis had such a good series or a good win the prior week there. And, it just seemed like they went flat there that week. And nonetheless, they're exacting revenge and taking it out tonight on UConn.
2nd and 9 Stars. Coach Graham wants another timeout. 9:05 to play. Colonels leading 42-14. Well, it seems like this is about the 10th timeout of the night for Winona Christian. School board still shows them with 1 remaining here in the second half. But they will have it 2nd and 9 from their own 38.
By the way, spoke too soon. Make that 7 touchdown passes.
Wow.
And I did say that wrong. It is Riley Ferguson. not Ryan. My bad.
You know, the last few years, it seems to be, and I know the reason, but you see a whole lot more. Of course, there's been Thursday night college football for quite some time. Now you're seeing more and more games on Friday nights, seeing some games on Tuesday nights, on Wednesday nights, getting these guys some TV airtime, trying to create some more revenue for these smaller schools. As coming out of the timeout on second down, Hayden Self breaks free into Colonel territory and going to be brought down from behind by Clint Jones inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. So the freshman Self breaks loose, the big gainer for the Stars.
Nice run there by Hayden Self between the tackles there, and good pursuit there by Clint Jones, not giving up on that play there, taking a nice open field tackle, preventing that touchdown. We might have a Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage of the game nominee.
Why not? 46-yard gain for Self, 1st and 10 Stars, as the quarterback trips over his own feet. Logan Graham will fall down back to the 20, loss of 4, will bring up 2nd and 14.
You know, this team, Winona, had really ran the ball a lot tonight, and they've also thrown some passes. And when they've thrown the passes, they've just had a lot of success out there tonight. You know, you hate whenever you don't. And also, we really hadn't had a lot of collisions here tonight either. You got to give a credit to both our sponsors. We love giving these awards and hardware out, and the players love getting them. But at the same time, when you don't have anything to call on, it's hard to give those awards out.
Self on the carry, 2-yard gain to the 18. Bring up 3rd and 12.
7, Jacob Sepulveda over there getting in a little tussle match over there on the far sidelines from his defensive back position, irritating some Winona blocker over there. Like to see him getting up in there and getting some action, live action.
3rd and 12. Winona Christian from the Colonel 18. Clock runs with 7:18 to play. Colonel's on top, 42-14. Looking to pass on 3rd and long is Graham. He'll pull up, lost it left side, incomplete. Was trying to hit Self around the 10-yard line. Clint Jones had the coverage. They'll bring up 4th and 12.
And Self had a good 2 or 3 steps there on Clint Jones there. He was in the open field there, and Graham just could not get the ball into his hands there, the quarterback for Winona Academy. Tough break for Winona there. And like you mentioned, Watson's going to bring up 4th and long opportunity.
There is a player down around the 10-yard line for Winona Christian. He will get up and limp off under his own power. That is C.J. Baker. Certainly hope he will be okay, as the Stars face with 4th and long from the Colonel 18. Winona Christian going to go for it here. 4th and 12. As Graham will go under center as Wiggins and Self in the backfield. And loses the snap. Ball is on the ground. And the Colonels have recovered. John Luther Selby or James Roberts. Couldn't tell who fell on it, but the Colonels recovered the fumble. And we'll take over 1st and 10 and look to run out the remainder of the clock as it continues to run, 6:45 and counting.
I just heard from some fans out there in Colonel Nation that Sookie still has the game and live stream on even after this game has kind of been put out of reach there. Glad everybody's still tuning in for Indianola. They're getting ready for the 1st annual Fletcher Duke Blues and Barbecue Festival, which is going to be tomorrow in Indianola, Mississippi. Be sure to check it out if you got time to come out there.
Absolutely. Should be a great time as Putnam runs the option on 1st and 10 for the 19 to Woods Toller. And they will stop his forward progress. They will mark it at the 25, a 6-yard gain. Will bring up 2nd and 4 for the Colonels.
Don't know if you knew Fletcher Dukes, Watson, but Fletcher was a big blues enthusiast there. Loved the blues and loved him some barbecue as well. And Gary Sookie Sue Lott loves him some barbecue as well there. And they're going to have plenty of teams out there and some great action and live entertainment there tomorrow. I think it's going to start around 10 o'clock and go into the night hours about 8 o'clock, so it should be fun time in Indianola, Mississippi. Don't say there's nothing going on this weekend.
2nd and 4, James Hill on the handoff. Scampers for the Greenville Motorsports first down and breaks loose into Star territory. Hill with his biggest gain of the season and going to be taken out of bounds at the Star 20. 55-yard run for James Hill.
And when that young man got out into the open secondary there, did a great job of hustling downfield. I saw James Hill run there at that time, kind of a Sebastian Harris-esque there. I'm telling you, taking one out of the playbooks from his starting senior running back there, filling in those big footsteps there. And he's going to get called upon a lot next season there to fill that spot there. So going to be a big shoes to fill. And James Hill, if he keeps running that way, shows that he can fill them.
Make that 49 yards on the run. They're going to say he went out of bounds at the Star 26. So the Colonels will have it 1st and 10 from the Winona Christian 26. Ball will be on the far hash.
And we grease hips and swap to the other side of the boot.
Putnam will go under center on 1st and 10. Hill and Toller in the backfield. He'll hand off to Toller, and he is hit hard in the backfield and dropped. They'll mark it back at the 30. Toller shaken up a little bit.
Yeah, he was there.
Loss of 4.
Offensive line has got to get their head up there and get that head on a swivel and find those blitzing linebackers. That's all that occurred there that time. A man came through untouched. He was touched very quickly when Woods Toller and him had a big collision in the backfield, which is not what Woods wanted. Woods, once he gets out in the open field with that athleticism that he possesses there, can make some things happen, can make some nice cuts there. It's really been looking good at the running back position, but you got to give him a chance to get in the open field.
2nd and 14, all kinds of movement up front. Cardinals clapping as this will go against the Stars. It will be offside.
Well, what Putnam did there that time was really got those Winona maybe pinned back on their heels a little bit now, turning that aggressiveness back some, dialed it back just a bit there. They know now they cannot jump offside. If I was him, I'd try to jump them off one more time here. Maybe dial them back one more notch even, because they are really pinning those ears back and applying a lot of pressure on the Colonels' offensive line.
5-yard penalty moves the Colonels down to the 25, 2nd and 9. 3:07 to play. Cardinals on top, 42-14. Putnam under center. Run the option left side. He'll pitch to Toller. Has enough for the Greenville Motorsports first down inside the 15. We'll see where they mark him out of bounds. Put it at the, appears to be the 13-yard line. Give him 12 on the carry, and that'll move the chains.
Woods Toller doing a good job there. Actually, Putnam did a good job starting that option play there that time, running it yet again to the left side of the field. They're not a comfortable position for a right-handed quarterback. Nestor's going to call on his quarterback, so he's going to make them get in uncomfortable positions. He knows if they can succeed in those uncomfortable situations, they're definitely going to excel in the comfortable ones there. And, Putnam looking very good on that run there. Did a good job.
1st and 10, Colonels from the 13. Looking to add another score, victory, or no. They will line up in victory formation, and Putnam will go back and take a knee as the clock gets 2 minutes to play. And the Colonels just going to run out the remainder of the clock here on the road. Will improve to 8-0 on the year.
It's going to hurt Putnam's rushing average here.
Colonels taking all the time they can to get back to the line of scrimmage. Cheerleaders and dance team having a good time across the way, celebrating win number 8. And Putnam will go back under center. He'll take another knee as the clock hits 1:15. Colonels will have to snap it one more time. The Star cheerleaders having a good time as well here on the home side. They've still got the music cranked up, entertaining the home crowd.
I don't know what building this was up here on the hill there, but it's got a nice new facelift. It looks very nice here. Faces the field. got a nice brick facade on the front there. Looks very nice. They're improving facilities around here at Winona Christian's campus, and things are going up here. And I'm telling you, with this young team that Winona Christian possesses here, the future's going to be very bright here for these 9th, 10th, and 11th graders next couple of years.
Absolutely. Colonels, they may not even make them snap it again. Clock is down to 25. They've yet to start the play clock, and the officials just going to let this one bleed on out. 42-14 will be your final